Comfortable seated, you can always choose to extend your legs out in front of you. You can choose to lay down if you want, if that's a good place for you to start. That's okay. I would caution though, if you do want to lay down to start, as long as you don't have any heart issues, because then we do get up and start moving around, but that's why you don't start lying down. This is just better for that body if we're up, but depending on what works best for you, just find a comfortable seated position, whatever works. Take a minute, slow down that body and that breath, close those eyes. If you are sitting up, just lengthening through that spine, creating some length all the way through the top of the head, lifting and lengthening. Try to create some length in those muscles within that body. You are familiar with yoga and yoga breathing in through the nose, not through the nose. If not, just breathe whatever your capacity is. And just try and bring a little bit of peace, a little bit of quiet, a little bit of calm into your mind in your morning. As I always like to begin our practice with just a few moments of peace and quiet, to bring yourself to your practice, to bring yourself into your mind. Keep in mind that whatever you were doing before, you can just pause. If you want to hit end or pause, but definitely we'll be there when we're finished. But try just to take the next 45 minutes for yourself, for your body. Next time you take a nice deep inhale, as you inhale, lift those shoulders up, and as you exhale, push those shoulders back. And again, as you inhale, draw the shoulders up, and then exhale and draw the shoulders back. Inhale and exhale, shoulders up and shoulders back. So we're just rolling the shoulders, bringing them up, bringing them back. A couple more times, and just letting your own breath be your guide, moving at your own pace. One more time. And then once those shoulders are back and down, just let those shoulders drop back. And then we're just going to slowly lower that chin to your chest. And then we're just going to rock the head out, and then half neck circle, chin passing through center, right ear, right shoulder, left ear, left shoulder. Just rocking that head out side to side in a half neck circle, nice and gently, nice and slowly. We're going to come where that right ear is over that right shoulder. Hold it here, press that left shoulder down and away. If you like, you can take the right hand down beside you, walk the fingertips away. Like to, you can take that left hand down and walk the fingertips away. So now you've got both arms stretched out to the side. Take a little more stretch through that neck. And just returning both hands. Rub those knees on those legs, relax that shoulder. And then again, a couple more times, gently rock that head out side to side, right, left, left, right. Again, with a half neck circle. Full neck circles put a lot of pressure on that neck and compression on that cervical spine. Left ear, that left shoulder, and then press that right shoulder down away. So I always caution you on taking full neck circles at any time in your practice. Really, I never do, because it's really not the best thing for your neck. So always keep that in mind. Again, starting with that left hand, if you'd like, take it out, walk it out to the side. And then if you'd like, take that right arm out, walk them both out. Just hold it here. And walking both back in, relax those shoulders. Again, half neck circles, rock, rock, side, side. And then we're going to take that chin down towards our chest. And here too, if you'd like, you can take the hands behind you, fingers down, walk the fingers back away. Only if you want to create a little bit more stretch, not only through the neck, but through the shoulders. And walking those hands back, and as we inhale, lifting that chin up off our chest, opening up our eyes, hands down by our side, inhale up, and exhale and fold forward. So seated forward fold, head, chest, body coming as far forward as you can go, hips opening up to the side and back, stretching long. Just folding forward as best as you can. Taking a little inventory, listening to what that body's saying to you right now, or if that's body screaming at you, if there's certain parts of that body screaming. As we move into postures that might help those affected areas, take a little extra time to be patient with your body. And then from here, once again, nice deep breath, tight core, head up, all that body comes up together. And then let's take those legs out from underneath us and extend them all the way. Flexing through those feet. Once again, inhaling the arms up and exhale and fold forward. Again, that seated forward fold, head, chest, and body coming over those legs, lengthening. Back of the body, the back side, the hamstrings, the back. Bring it all forward. Bring it all together. Now taking note, how's the back side of that body feeling? How are those hamstrings feeling? How's that low back feeling? Couple more breaths right here. Remember, always continue to breathe. Inhale, exhale. And from here, nice tight core, belly in, head comes up, and all that body comes up together. All right, let's come up onto our hands and our knees. And I will flip around at times, so don't feel like you have to flip around with me, but I'll just flip around so you guys can see what's going on. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath those hips, and round that back in the cat. Bring that chin into your chest, the chin in as best as you can. Take those shoulder blades, draw them apart, pull them apart, and just hold it here and breathe. Then reverse that crone and carry into cow with that tailbone up behind us. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, looking out now, somewhere in front of you. Flexing that spine. And then moving through cat and cow, round the back and reverse. Inhale, exhale. Using your breath as your guide, just going at your own pace to stretch that back actively. One more time each way. And then from here, we're going to come to a neutral spine, and whatever a flat back might be for you. And then I'd like you to take the right leg back behind you, coming into some spinal balance. Now, if you need help with balance, when you stand up, then take the left arm out. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg. If you need help with balance, once we get up to standing, if you have anything to help yourself hold on to, feel free. But down here on the ground, if you need extra help with balance, easiest thing to do is to just go ahead and put an appendage down on the floor. So easiest thing would just be put your hand down. So if you're a little wobbly, put a hand down. But if you can, right leg, left arm, extended, holding. Also too, I forgot to tell you this at the beginning, but if you have a pillow and you have knee issues and you want to use your pillow for a little bit of cushion for that knee, feel free. Lots of props, lots of things we can use. So right from here, so it's an opposite arm, opposite leg, extend and fold. And then from here, we're just going to take the arm and the leg just slightly out to the side into our awkward airplane. So just the arm out to the side, leg out to the side. So just taking your balance to a little bit different place. And then bringing that arm and that leg back to center. And here, I just want you to simultaneously lift that arm and that leg, using those low back muscles, strengthening a little bit here, looking down somewhere beside that hand. Just continue to lift that arm and that leg, nice slow motion. And then just come back and hold. Before we go to the other side, reach back, grab that ankle if you can, ankle into the palm of the hand, lift that knee up in line with the hip, and then push that heel away from that body and into that hand. Lengthening that arm, stretching the shoulder also. And hold. If you can't get back to that leg, you can always just bend it and hold. If you can't grab that ankle, one more breath. And then from here, extend the arm, extend the leg. One more breath. And then from here, we're going to come down onto that hand, and we're going to take that right leg, and we're going to cross it over the left, and we're going to sit down onto that side. So we're going to cross that leg over, come down onto the forearms, take that right leg, cross it over the left, sit over onto that left hip. So get a quick little stretch through that left hip. Maybe the back side of that hip, the buttocks, the front side of the hip, hip flexor. Feeling it in a few different places. And then from here, just go ahead and push off, bring yourself back to center. Before we go to the other side, let's sit back into a nice child's pose. Forehead down, hands down, sit back onto those heels, which you could use this as a resting posture if you ever need a rest. And sit in a child's pose. Break. All right, slowly lift that head up. And then let's come back up onto those hands and those knees. Give me a couple of cat cows here. Round reverse. Alrighty, and then back to that neutral spine. Just whatever a flat back would be for you. You might have some curvature in your spine. That's totally fine. But whatever a neutral spine is, where we're not rounding, we're not flexing and extending that spine. And take that left leg back behind you. So first start with some balance here, and then take the right arm out in front. If you need extra challenge ever with any balancing postures or any postures we're doing, feel free to close your eyes. Closing your eyes definitely adds a different element to whatever you're doing. For challenge, when you close those eyes, you have to keep yourself stable. Got the opposite arm, opposite leg, and then taking it out to the side to that awkward airplane. So again, just taking that center of balance. A little bit different. And then bringing it back to center, come and hold. And then again, if you can, reach back, grab that ankle into the palm of the hand, knee comes up in line with the hip, push that heel into the palm of the hand, lengthen that arm, push that heel away from that body. And then slowly release that arm, that leg, come back to our balance. And then from here, hand down, cross that leg over. So again, cross it over, left leg crosses over the right, sit over onto that right hip. Get a nice big stretch. If you don't feel a good stretch where that leg is resting, you move that left leg, kind of move it around until you feel like, okay, get a little bit of stretch on the right side of the body. And then with a nice deep inhale, tight core, pull that leg back underneath, and let's stay on our forearms, elbows underneath the shoulders, and maybe a couple cat cows here. So knees under the hips, elbows into the shoulders, just a modified cat cow, round and reverse. One more time each way. And then we're gonna make our way back up onto our hands, and maybe scooting the hands a little further in front as we make our way in our downward facing dog. Curl your toes, lift your hips, push back into those heels. Coming into our first down dog of the morning, shift the weight, bend one knee and the other. Keep the weight pushing back through both heels now when you're ready. Just take your down dog, enjoy the stretch for a moment. And then let's look towards those hands and walk those feet up to the hands to a standing forward fold. Head, chest, and body, and coming towards those legs, lengthening those hamstrings, lifting that back and trying to draw it all together. And here would be a place if you can get the hands, fingers or the hands down to rest on the ground, great. If not, you can rest them on the leg, or if you have something around you, yoga blocks work well with this, or if it's not a yoga block, it's just a hefty book that you could use just to try and release some tension if you have somewhere to rest the arms versus having the arms hanging. Entirely up to you. Also too, if it feels good, shift the weight, bicycle those legs out, bend one knee, the other. And equal weight pulling up through both legs. Holding your fold. And from here, let's inhale to a flat back. So take that back again just to its natural flatness, but I want you to look out in front of those feet, get a little blood flow back to the heart, push those hamstrings back behind you. Hands can stay on the ground, hands can go to the shins, whatever works. And then exhale, release back to that forward fold. Inhale, arms up to the side, head up, chest lead, like a nice flat back, up, up, up. We come all the way up to standing. And once we're up, bringing the hands down and around to the heart center. All right, then you can release those hands, release those legs. We have the jitters out here as we just take those feet flat on the ground. And taking the arms out to the side, palms forward, making our way into mountain pose. Not a lot to do here, but just grounding ourselves here into the earth. Closing your eyes for just a moment, standing up nice and tall. So just go ahead and close your eyes. Lift and lengthen through that head. Just take a couple peaceful, quiet breaths right here, both feet grounded into the earth. And you can open up those eyes, inhale, those arms up, take those hands together and take them over to the right side. We'll take a little stretch through the left side of the body. And coming through center and over to the other side of the body. So right side stretching now. And then bring ourselves back to center. Bringing the hands down. And next, as we go into a little bit of balance, if you need help with balance, you can always, again, go something you can hold on to. You can also go back onto our knees where we did this before, but we're going to start standing on the left leg and grabbing the right ankle. So finding some balance. I'm going to turn sideways so you guys can see where we are headed, because you're going to find some balance. Again, if you need something, hold on. Just hold on to what you've got. But then if you can, inhale, that left arm up. Coming into dancer. You can tipping forward slightly from the hip, but as we're tipping forward, we're keeping that chest lifted. We're taking that ankle, pressing it into the palm of the hand, lifting that heel with the body. So again, we kind of did this in a modified version on the ground, on the knee. So if you need to, drop to the knee. But if you can, come here into dancer. And then from here, go ahead and bring yourself back up to center, back where we began. And then release that leg, release that arm, shake it out, do whatever you need to. And again, if you need help with balance, don't be afraid. Just move somewhere where you can hold on, okay? So when you're ready, go ahead and ground that weight on that right leg, grab that left ankle. Again, find the balance. Bring that arm up. And then as you can, coming forward, and again, as you're coming forward there, you're keeping that chest lifted, pushing that ankle into the palm of the hand, take that heel, draw it away from the body. And again, it's okay if you need to stay just that ankle in that hand, you need to stay with balance, whatever works. One more nice deep breath. And then once again, turn that body upright. And release. All right, releasing that leg, releasing that arm, shake it out, do whatever you need to. As then next up, we're gonna be making our way down onto the ground. If you do have a mat and you wanna orient yourself on that, that's great, fantastic. Inhale up, exhale, fold forward. So coming back to that forward fold, lengthening those hamstrings, drawing that chest towards those legs, and just breathe here. And then from here, we're going to take those hands down onto the ground. We're going to jump or step back into a plank. So coming into a nice strong plank. And then from here, we're going to slowly chaturanga. We're going to lower ourselves down like we're doing a tricep push-up, elbows to the back, lifting up to your up dog, lengthening through the belly, lifting the chest, and then curling your toes and making your way back to your downward facing dog. So coming into that down dog, pushing that chest away from the arms, pushing back, holding it here. And from here, we're going to angle back to that plank. And now we're going to step the right hand to the outside of the right wrist. And then we're just going to take that right arm up and reach. And we're going to take that leg back, take the left leg to the outside of the left wrist, and just give it a little twist and reach. If you need to, you can do this from the knees, but if you can, just gently stepping, reaching, opening. One more time. And once you get that right leg back hold it here. So take that right arm up, take a nice big twist, come and reach, come and hold. And then from here, bring that arm down. We're gonna come up into a high lunge. You're gonna peel yourself up off that leg, come up, bend into that front knee, straighten into that back leg, coming up into a high lunge. So reaching with those arms. And then from here, you're gonna bring the hands together. We're gonna take the left elbow above the right knee and twist, looking to the side. So coming into a twist, taking that twist and that motion from the hips to start, and then just balancing. Now, your challenge for balance, easiest thing to do here, put the knee down. Easiest thing, just rest the knee. But if you can, stay balancing on the ball of that back foot. Keep that twist, and again, just taking that upper body a little bit off-centered so that challenge is a little bit more. And then gently untwist, bring ourselves up, back into that high lunge. And then to warrior two, so drop onto the inside of the back foot, open up the hips, open up the arms, and into that front knee. So make our way into warrior two, step one. So from here, all we've done is come to stable footing. The back foot is on the floor, pointed forward. Front foot is on the ground, pointed forward. Open up those shoulders, squeeze between those shoulder blades, bend into the front knee. And looking out, gazing out over those right fingertips. Keep in mind, you want to still be able to see your toes without having to go look for them. So look, see if you can still see your toes. If you can't see your toes, maybe don't bend the knees as much. What you want to avoid is having those legs, if they're so close and you're bending the knee a lot and pushing that knee out over the toes and the ankle. So just take a look, hold, and breathe. And then from here, let's cartwheel those hands down beside that right leg. Let's send that right leg back behind us into our down dog splits. So just lift that leg up nice and high. And then let's angle forward to a three-legged plank. One foot down, both feet, hands down, leg elevated, come and hold. And then from here, let's slowly chaturanga. Remember too, you can always go to a plank on your knees, release that leg, and then to our up dog with both legs, and then to your down dog. Curl your toes, lift your hips, push back into your heels. Now, if down dog's not quite working for you, so that's restful, you can always choose a child's pose. So feel free, listen to the body, modify when needed. And then from here, once again, come forward to that plank. So that belly's pulled in nice and tight, nice long line. And then once again, step the right foot forward, just reach, twist, and then step the left foot forward. So just a little plank walk, opening up, twisting and opening. Once you get that left leg forward again, take that left arm up and just reach and twist and hold. So again, too, here if you need to, you can modify by coming to your knee. If you can, keep that lunge elevated. And then from here, release both arms down. We're gonna make our way up into a high lunge. So we're gonna peel that chest off that leg, lift ourselves up, and into the front knee, and straighten into that back leg. Mostly, but a little bit of a bend in the back knee. And then bring those hands together. Again, start with those hands together. Right elbow onto that left thigh. Twist and look to the left. Make sure you're putting that elbow above the knee. Don't put that pressure on that kneecap. Twist and hold. Breathe. One more nice deep breath. And then take ourselves, unwind, bring the arms up to warrior two. Again, drop onto the inside of the back foot, open up the hips, open up the arms, bend into that front knee. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. Looking out over those fingertips. If you can, if you have neck issues, I just recommend you look wherever it's comfortable. And if you're feeling a little bit unstable in that lower body, easiest thing to do to make this warrior a little bit more stable is to bring the legs a little closer together. And then you just don't bend into the knee as much. Yes, perfect. Holding it here. A couple more nice deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. And then from here, cartwheeling those hands down, take them inside that foot, send that leg back behind you, down dog splits. Once again, angle forward to that three-legged plank. So come to that strong plank, come and hold, belly in nice and tight. Again though, if you need that modification, go to the knee and you can still lift that other leg. If you can, hold here. And then from here, slowly, chaturanga to your up dog. When you're ready, to your down dog. So coming into that down dog, get comfy here for a few breaths. Let's take a couple breaths, breathe, inhale, exhale. And then from here, once again, come to that plank. Lift one leg and just hold. Pull that belly in nice and tight. Getting nice and strong in that upper body. Put that leg down, other leg extend and hold. And then leg down, once again, chaturanga to your up dog. And then when you're ready, once again to your down dog. Take a couple breaths right here in your down dog. And then from here, lift that right leg up behind you. Nice and high, right leg up. And then we're gonna bend that knee, we're gonna sway it forward, aim to get in between the hands. And from here, we're making our way into warrior three. But first, before we go to warrior three, actually, we're gonna come to a little bit of a pyramid pose. So from here, instead of being on the ball of the back foot, I want you to just drop onto a flat foot with that leg at a little bit of an angle. And then from here, we're gonna stretch and lengthen out that front leg. So now we're folding over that front leg. And instead of being up in a lunge on the balls of the foot, that back foot is flat on the ground. Now, if you have extremely flexible hamstrings, you can take both feet parallel, but if you need to, turn out a little bit of an angle. So just lengthen that right leg, fold over it, take that place where you feel a good stretch. And now from here, we're gonna release and step onto only the right leg, lifting that left leg up. And then from here, when you're ready, you're gonna lift that head, lift that chest, lift the arms. Now, again, too, if you need help with balance, easiest thing to do here is hold on to something if you have something to hold on to. But if you can, find that balance, find that length on that right leg, tuck those arms in, palms in, fingertips to the back, long leg. Now, if you can, move the arms forward, biceps next to the ears, fingers forward. Still lengthening and lifting through that right leg. And then if you want a little more challenge, you can move those arms forward and back. If you're just challenged, just stand there. And then hold the arms wherever you'd like, forward or back, whatever works. Long right leg, still a long leg lifting to the back. One more breath. And then just release that left leg and fold forward. And as you fold forward, shift the weight from one leg to the side to the other. Just shift, shift. And then from here, we're going to take a little bend in the right knee. We're going to take the left arm up and twist. So now just lengthening that left leg, that right leg is a little soft and relaxed. A little break. And then release back to that forward fold. And then just equal weight pulling it through both legs in that forward fold. And then hands down, walk or jump into your plank. And a nice strong plank. Hold that belly in. Just come and hold. And then from here, slowly chaturanga to your up dog. And then when you're ready, curl your toes into your downward facing dog. And remember, again, if down dog's not your thing, it's not working for you right now, you can always choose a child's pose. Do what works for you. Works best for you and your body. And then when you're ready, lift the left leg up behind you. Nice and high. Bend the knee, swing it forward, aim for in between the hands. And then again, scooting that back leg in a little bit, either at an angle or parallel, and just straighten that left leg and fold over it. So now taking a little bit of a stretch through that left hamstring, pyramid. Just hold. And then from here, we're going to shift the weight to the left leg, extend the right leg. When you're ready, lift the head, lift the chest to warrior three. And again, as you come here, if you need help with balance, by all means, find something you can hold on to. Easiest thing, instead of putting your feet on something because you can't really don't know where those feet are, is to find something you can hold on to. So just challenging yourself in that way that works for you. But try something. And then if you can, moving the arms forward, lengthening that left leg. And again, if you want more challenge with the arms back, the arms forward, or just hold. So find that place and work. And then somewhere to hold. Lengthen that left leg, hold, lengthen, breathe. One more breath. And then let's release that right leg and fold over both legs. And again, two feels good. Shift the weight, one side then the other. And then this time, that left leg's knee is going to stay soft, right leg extends, and right arm comes up and twist. So just lengthening that right leg. Left leg's been working for a while, so just bend it. Let it relax a little bit. And then release that arm. Equal weight between both legs. Lengthen, lift. And then hands down, walk or jump one more time into a nice strong plank. Belly in, looking out somewhere in front of those hands. Just come and hold. And then one more time, chaturanga, we slowly lower down, lift up to your up dog, and then curl your toes, make your way to your downward facing dog. And then from here to your knees, and feet together, sit back into child's pose. So slide back, sit back onto those heels, extend those arms, and just take a rest for a moment. And always continue to breathe. Inhale, exhale. And from here, lifting that head up, slowly walking those hands back, lift the head up very, very slowly. We're going to bring ourselves up. And then from here, we're just going to cross those legs and sit back. All right, as we've gone to plank several times today, we're going to go into a reverse plank. So it's basically the same thing as we did in our plank, but just the other way. Usually we're facing the ground. Now we're going to be facing up. All right, so hands are going to go underneath the shoulders. Legs are going to go long. You're going to point those toes and you're going to lift yourself up off the ground. Now, if this is a little too intense, you can do a bent knee lift. But if you can, extend those legs, lift yourself up, lift. If you can, take that head back. So again, option here would be to bend the knees and lift a little using that upper body. But if you can't, you can always just lie back, take a break. So if you can, lift yourself up, hold that reverse plank. If you have neck issues, don't drop that head back. So go where you can. One more breath. And then let's release, sit down, inhale the arms up, and exhale and fold yourself forward. Take that forward fold. Maybe hopefully now feeling a lot different than where we began. After we've Generate some heat in the body, created some stretching. Just come and hold over. All right, nice flat back. Inhale, let's bring ourselves up. Now, if you did feel those shoulders a lot in that reverse plank, we're gonna do a stretch for the shoulders. We're gonna roll over onto our belly, and I'm going to lie facing you guys so you can see what we're doing. We're just gonna roll over onto the belly, stretching those shoulders. It's Lori that loves this stretch. We're gonna take the right arm underneath and the left arm on top. So you're gonna get those arms laced like a shoelace. And make sure you're not rolling over onto the shoulder. You've got both arms up to the side. You're gonna extend those arms. You're just gonna rest the head down. So now if you're not feeling any stretching in the shoulder, lengthen the arms longer, reach really long with the arms. Also too, if that's not working, work the hands down, more down the body versus being up for the shoulders, maybe walk the hands down. But if you're feeling a really good stretch, just come hold. So again, if that reverse plank, you were like, "Owie, my shoulders felt that." Yes, don't open and strengthen the shoulders that way a lot. Everything we tend to do is rolled forward. Like think about it, so sitting at a desk, typing kind of forward, riding a bike, everything's forward. So just trying to bring everything back. Sometimes a little shock for that body. Sometimes it's those shoulders that are a little tight or a lot tight. So just hold it here, a couple more breaths. And then to get out of this one, all we're gonna do is roll a little bit to the right, unthread those arms before we go to the other side, sit back into child's pose. So now just stretch the shoulders forward. So you're like, oh, I feel a little bit of a shoulder stretch in child's pose, but it's a completely different stretch. And when we shoelace those arms. All right, so then when you're ready, bring yourself back, coming back forward. This time, right arm, left arm underneath, right arm on top. Is that different? Yes. Yes, this is the other side. So left arm underneath, right arm on top. Get yourself comfy and just hold that stretch. One side might feel it more than the other. And again, if you're not feeling the stretching, work the hands like more down towards the legs, but also first make sure those arms are reaching as long as they can. If you really take a reach to each corner of the room, probably will take that right there with what you need. And sorry, if anybody can't be on their bellies, you can always thread the needle. Sorry, forgot. Anyone, I think, that could be pregnant. It's maybe Sabrina, but I don't think she is. So, anywho, you can't get on your belly, thread the needle. Take a couple more nice deep breaths. And then from here again, roll to the left, unthread, sit back into that child's pose. Now sit back, stretch here. Breathe. And then from here, take those hands beside that head very slowly. Lift ourselves up. Once again, cross at the ankles. Sit yourself back. And now find some room on your mat as we make our way down onto the ground, making our way into our final minutes of our practice. As we go down, if you would like a towel to cover your eyes when you get into Shavasana. Also too, since we're at home, if you have neck problems and you want a pillow for your neck, grab a pillow. Go get what you need before we lay down. All right, if you want a blankie, get a blankie. Want a dog, get a dog, all right? Slowly roll yourself down. Take those arms out over your head, reach, plank and stretch. All right. And then from here, bringing those hands down by side you. Bring both knees in, hands below the knees on the shins, and circle the knees one direction. And then circling the other way, just a little loose hold, circles. Relax that little back, release. And then rock it out side to side. All And then next up, as we make our way into our final posture for Shavasana, traditional is corpse pose with the legs extended, arms down to the side, palms up. Now, if you're not comfortable here, you can find somewhere else. You can lie on your side, but again, too, if you're at home and you have neck issues and someone's punished your neck, I say grab a pillow and just get relaxed. All right, or if you want it under your low back, put it under your low back. Or if you have low back issues and you want to put your pillow under your knee, just get comfy, do whatever works for you. Someplace you can close your eyes if you need a little more darkness. You can take a towel, cover up your eyes, and just take a place where you can just close your eyes. Slow down that body, that mind, and that breath. Just continue to breathe. Just keeping your eyes closed. Focusing on that breath. Nothing to do, nowhere to be, just to be. And slowly bring some awareness back into that body and that mind. You can move around those fingers, those toes, those arms, those legs. Hands or feet, and that head can go side to side. Whenever you're ready, rolling over onto the side of your choice. Anyone who's pregnant should go left. Everyone else choose a side. Remain here for a moment. Let a little blood flow come back to that heart. When one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has opened for us. And again, that quote is, when one door of happiness closes, another one opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has opened for us. That's a quote from Helen Keller. And you're ready to use that outside arm. Push yourself back up, seated, back up where you began this morning. Hopefully seeing that door open, and when that other door closes, let it close, move on to that open door. And I hope you will have a nice open door this weekend and have a great day. And hopefully we'll see you next Friday. Namaste. Thanks, you guys. I'll unmute you so we can say hi, and hopefully I'll see you guys again.
Thank you, Katie.